Let's get a little game audio going. Hey, there's Stymie. He's dressed for the set, too. Okay, let's get ready to do this thing. Cue music. Quiet on the set.
Yeah.
Zoom Room video sponsored by the VMC.
All right. Quiet on the set. You're listening to WRFB, Radio Free Britannia. And this is Lunch, coming to you live from Deltona, Florida. Here are the dynamic duo themselves, Laz and Jack.
And greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another edition
And
of
Lily.
Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the news so you don't have to do anything other than questioning, why is Jack holding a kitty?
Because Jack loves the kitty.
Yeah.
Waldo! Starting out Taco Tuesday with 300 bits. Thank you, Waldo.
Get him a key.
Stymie joining us here on set, hanging out. What's going on, Stymie? Hope you're feeling much better. Tina, what's going on? Everybody else joining us? How's everybody doing? And welcome to Taco Tuesday.
I got to find a way to type and do things.
Yeah, she's not making it easy on you, is she?
No, she's like, I want all the attention right now.
Although you've got yourself a copy of Root, R-O-O-T, Root, R-O-O-T, and I need to authenticate this. What the heck?
And giveaway is open on my stream, which means you need to go find your two-factor authentication stuff.
Yeah, account verification required. Oh, it went to email. Yeah,
I think Lily really likes me. What do you think?
Nah.
Absolutely.
She don't like you.
Yeah. Exclamation mark, I love free shit on my stream to get in on the giveaway.
Oh yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Open up the giveaway. Where is my link? There it is.
Oh. And 300 bits from Waldo. That's going to make this a little bit complicated. What can I do with one hand? Okay, scrolling all the way down. Okay, copy that key. Okay. Waldo's getting himself a copy of Green Tech Plus and Legacy Edition. And since let's see if I can actually type this out. So Green Tech Plus Legacy Edition is like $4 on Steam. But yep.
Root is $9.74. $9.74.
Okay, there you go.
And Stymie hitting us up with 500 bits. Thank you, Stymie.
Oh yes.
Stymie's gonna get to pick a track.
Okay.
And talking about Sharon, Bridge Troll Sharon.
Now I got the cat hair in the face and the nose and everything else. Okay.
First come, first serve, Spacecom.
Track number 44.
As we load up marbles.
If I can alt tab to the proper window. I gotta it's in my window, but I'm alt tabbing. There it is.
You don't have a cat on your head anymore. You should be okay.
Come on. Okay, track number 44. Hop, skip, and a jump. Okay.
As we're waiting for it to load.
Okay, and shit. Someone at work wants to have a call. Hold on.
Hate when that happens. Tell them I'm on the crapper.
Which means I'm going to click start in 3, 2, 1, start. Don't forget to join in on both streams. And there's that call coming in. So I got to mute my microphone.
And of course, you caught the fact that I was still loading, right? Yeah, okay. Exclamation play on both sides. Exclamation, I love free shit. As we get ready to do first race of the day, right here, thanks to Waldo. And Stymie. Stymie kicking it with 500 bits. Thank you very much, Stymie. Someone else posting the wish list form. You know, we're going to be talking about one of your wish list items today there, BT. If we get to it, because the Tweeterverse, of course, has got some interesting stuff happening. And I don't know. We just may eat up a lot of time on that today. So we had you loaded up for yesterday. And Bluetooth. Bridge Troll BT has got himself an interesting question, something that's been asked for quite some amount of time. So we will see if we can get to that today. But first, 10 seconds to get in on the action. I think I missed it on Jack's stream. Because I wasn't paying attention. But good luck, everybody, as we head on down a hop, skip, and a jump. But first things first, rimming the purple hole. I see Bridge Troll's flaming bag of poo. Who's going to be first out? And Tina, followed by Bridge Troll and myself, into the hamster ball. And round and round and round they go. Who's going to drop out first? That is always the question. Well, let's see. It's going to be an interesting map. Tina and Bridge Troll get popped out first. Bridge Troll takes the lead. Tina takes the lead. Somebody, I just jumped it and got ejected. No win for me. Let's see. The Maynard, Serenia ejected. Azazel, the last one to hit it. He makes it in as we watch Bridge Troll and Tina fighting for it. These guys have been neck and neck this whole time, back and forth. This is going to be a tight one. Tina popped up. Is he going to make it back onto the track? He does, right into the basket, beating out Bridge Troll for the win. Nice win indeed. Maynard popped up. Is he gonna make it, or is he gonna be ejected? Bye, Maynard. Athena for the win, getting himself some scrolls. Let's get Tina some scrolls in game, and then we'll go ahead and do the giveaway. Here we go. Tina, open my bag of goodies. Speaking of a bag of goodies, I got a bag of goodies here I want to start getting rid of. And we'll bring that up here in a minute. Bring that up in a minute. But meanwhile, exclamation, I love free shit. Give you all a chance. And which bag was it over here? Receipts. Summer 2017.
Azazel Reborn is Indigo Love Jones, right?
Good question.
Yeah, because he won the race on my side. I didn't really have much of an option. Work call to start.
Work call.
Yep.
Hate when that happens.
Okay.
Let's close the giveaway. Pick ourselves a winner.
Azazel, I hope you're
and Hanodos.
Yep.
Hanodos
like,
with the win. Hanodos has got himself a copy of Super Trench Attack. Super Trench Attack on Steam. That is currently $4.99.
Okay.
Congrats to Hanodos.
Scrolls are in your mailbox, man. He should stop giving you guys any. Hey, Mom, cut that out. I remembered his name. I was just asking for clarification and confirmation.
Well, see, it's easy when you know most people have the same name, but unfortunately, it's not possible on Twitch most of the time. And believe it or not, I couldn't get NBNN back in the day. That's why we had to go with NBNN News. NBNN was actually taken by somebody. For what reason, I have no idea, but it was.
Yeah.
And yeah. It is what it is. But anyway, Taco Tuesday is here. We've got some updates for you on the Twitterverse. We've got some interesting other topics, but Twitterverse just may really take it today because, again, it's one of them things that just, can we be clear, people? Can we be clear?
And what? Never, man. Never.
And the one thing that really, really kills me is, well, we'll get to it.
Okay. So 22 hours ago, Chris tweeted out.
Hold on.
Okay.
We're going back further than 22 hours, aren't we?
The had some reports.
No.
Or do you want to get?
No, we'll do it. Had some reports and then go up to the other one. Absolutely.
Okay. So
I just thought it was. Yeah, I thought my dates were screwed up.
Well, they are, but that's beside the point.
Well, that is beside the point.
Yeah. Had someone report more loading errors this release. They said getting to 63% on scene load, then dropping back to Novia. Not seeing any changes in my logs, but curious if others are seeing this new behavior.
Any comments on that?
Yeah, lots of comments of people like, I've got something similar. Today's login 4 attempts just to get to character selection. Game hangs. Dropping.
The only time I've seen that behavior, and most likely the cause,
POT.
No, is an update. When there's an update, you try and zone into the place, and it kicks you back to the landmass. Like if you do it here in Owl's Head, it will kick you out to the Hidden Vale. It won't kick you to Novia, but if you're in Novia, it'll probably kick you out to Novia. So more likely than not, that is what is causing this. Oh, see new tweets? What? You got new tweets?
Lots of tweets, man.
Chris
Chris is busy in the Tweetiverse.
Must have just came up because it was sitting there.
Yep.
Well, let's go back. Okay, next up, because we've got to be clear, right? We've got to be clear.
We got to be clear that we're only going after the people botting adventure scenes. Those people botting all the crafting and botting all the fishing and the water gathering, all that stuff, you're safe for now.
At least that's what this implies, right? I mean, I'm reading this correctly, right?
Those zombies who stand in your party for 8+ hours with a bow. I'm also working on removing the mechanic of water collection. I've tried a few times before and had pushback, but ignoring and doing it.
Okay, so let's read the whole thing. To be clear, I'm cracking down on botters who are botting adventure scenes. So, not botting people who are crafting, not people who are botting
water gathering.
Mining. Well, apparently water gathering is one of them because he's removing this mechanic.
He's changing that mechanic,
One replay can't. Thank you for the host.
Yeah.
And welcome to the streams, the new name.
But
he's had pushback on the water collection. The pushback is, can we get bigger, better, better water collection? Not take it out because, I don't get what the water collection has to that. That should be two different posts.
8 seconds for one thing of water. Yeah.
And then my biggest problem with this post is, if there's a party out there for 8 hours and they're reporting somebody for botting, why don't they just kick them out of the fucking group? Hello? Kick them out of the group if you think that they're botting and they're annoying you. Why are you letting somebody sit in your group for 8 hours while this is happening? That's my big question. Why do we need to get the game masters and developers involved here when you guys should be kicking them out of your group, first off? Okay?
I think it's also a means of going after the parties of 8 that are all managed by one person.
Best Persona says the two biggest offenders are the group leaders. Okay. Well, there you go. There's the answer to that question then. Is
and then the other thing is, like, if you hit attenuation, what are you doing standing there for 8 hours?
Well, that's the other one. First off,
you got to let your attenuation.
That's not quite true. There's the one adventure scene, one control point where you can just go forever without attenuating, and a lot of people are playing that one these days as well. It's just the one that I'm aware of, where you can just constantly fight and fight and fight, and you don't have to take a break. So, in my opinion, in my opinion, that mechanic is broken altogether. There goes Stymie. Don't know what happened to him, but allowing people to stand at a control point for 8 hours at a time without attenuating and without taking a break means that they're all most likely doing something that is not right. So, if you're all out there for 8 hours and you don't need ammo, you don't need, to drop loot, if you don't need to do something, we got a problem.
Yep.
Yeah, Zazel. We've laughed at that for the longest time, and just for shits and giggles. There's one group available right now and looking for group, and it's an experience super run control point nonstop. This is one of those nonstop control points that we were just referencing. Matter of fact, there it is, right there in front of you, nonstop. Which is probably a mechanic that should be looked at instead of chasing people who But that's another whole story.
And that group is full, so it's not one where you can actually go join it.
Oh, sure, I could. I can message Tails right now, and he'd probably let me in. There's another slot available.
Yeah, there is a slot, but it's currently at 11.
Yes.
Out of 11.
But there's a perfect example of it, and I didn't know that was there. I just happened to hit looking for
Yeah.
group to see,
So let's go back to crashes and things like that. Because 18 hours ago, Chris was like, all right, sounds like a few people are seeing issues with loading, still not getting a ton of events logged, but Pelicans were up from around 50 per day to 100 per day the last 2 days, which is why I asked. Working on this, and in the morning might do a server restart as well.
But he forgot to mention.
What? No, because 17 hours ago, going to do a brief server downtime Tuesday morning at 7 a.m. should only last a few minutes. And forgot to say that the downtime in the morning is going to hopefully be to reduce the disconnects.
He forgot to tell everybody that he was switching out a machine, and that had to happen either way. Did he forget to tell everybody that? I know he told us that. Yeah, he was switching out a machine this morning, so of course there was going to be server downtime.
What? That's not what these tweets say, man.
I understand that, but he mentioned that in the past tweet. Going to be switching out a machine. Yeah.
Wait, where's that past tweet?
It's down there. You got to go searching for it.
Yeah.
It's a brief blurb that you probably missed. Yeah.
It might be buried in one of the other tweets.
But anyway.
6 hours ago, after discussions with a number of people, it feels like a complete refactor of Shield of Air will destroy too many builds. Instead, I'm going to continue to make the focus transfer rate a bit worse, about the same as last time, plus increase focus cost for it dramatically.
Okay, so we've done this before. About the same as last time, right? So we've done this before, and it didn't work?
You know what?
4. The number of people is 4 these days, because, and I'm just taking a guess at that. I'm sure it was just a single handful of people. Yeah.
1 or 2 people. But we end up with, okay, looking at it one skill and keep changing the math to realize it's broken.
It's broken.
Yeah, and Azazel, if you want to get something done, go on to one of Chris's live streams, send the bits and the question at the same time, and then it will get fixed.
I thought that was to get things added.
Get things added, get things fixed, whatever. Yeah, it's not raising stuff on the forums, or you know what? Direct message them, Discord, on the forums. On the forums is probably the worst way to do it. In Discord's probably better. But this is what, the 4th refactor of Shield of Air?
I don't know. As I'm not an Air user, but if it didn't work the last time and you redid it, why are we doing it again the same way as last time? That is what this says, right? Yeah,
I'm going to increase the focus cost.
I'm going to continue to make the transfer a bit worse, about the same amount as last time. So we've done this before, so let's do it again and see if we get a different outcome, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I really don't get it.
Hey, it's a Shroud math, man. Shroud math.
Yeah.
You can go read the comments there. What if the
let's see.
What if while active, the shield got progressively less effective over time? I'm investigating that option as well, which is why I added the much larger focus cost now. If it only costs 15 focus to cast, making it worse over time is not meaningful. Also adding a few ways to counter it in PvP. First one is Root will have a chance to cancel it. Dr. L comes back with, remember that Torpid Torment already removes Shield of Air 100% of the time. Yep, just to give players multiple ways to counter things so everyone doesn't have to have chaos.
Yeah, I don't know where you are because this is not showing up that way in my feed. So,
I clicked on that one.
I clicked on that one too. It didn't come up in any semblance of the same order or half of that stuff you just read. So,
well, Chris did reply about that Torpid Torment. Yes, just trying to give players multiple ways to counter things so everyone doesn't have to have chaos. Torpid Torment counters by replacing the effect.
Well, yeah. Moving right along.
Imagine that. Right after that, Chris tweets out 6 hours ago, added a new rune effect that allows for it to remove beneficial effects from a specific schools. First use will be adding it to Root, so it has a chance to remove beneficial effect from School of Air when cast, working on other PvP counters as well. It's kind of like a Douse, increasing your fire resistance as well as nullifying those DOTs. Oh, yeah. And then you do need to click on that because Necronut has something about something to mitigate that traveling bard mess so we don't have to walk around with chaotic feedback on all the time. People perhaps making it so shield more effectively blocks arrows. The shield love is something I've promised on streams as part of my Tanks Need Love campaign. Whereas suck it, tamers, suck it, miners, suck it, everybody else, but tanks need love. Yeah. Then the shield love is something I've promised on streams. Just implemented a new stat that is block versus ranged power that will increase block effectiveness versus ranged attacks. New skill for the shield tree to increase, and items can too. Yeah, and then Torpid and Root have the same rage. I feel like we're going to need a debuff with more range to combat air archers who can always stay out of range because they have all kinds of skills that will increase the range. Yes, thank you for pointing that out there, Necronut.
Doesn't magic or Root? I don't understand that actually. If I cast it on you or an NPC cast it on you, it doesn't matter how far away you are. If it can target you, you're hit, right?
And Vesper's like, reading something that you don't understand with a sarcastic tone doesn't make you seem knowledgeable. And raising your hands in the air just makes you look like a clown. Dude, we are clowns.
We are clowns. Haven't you realized that after 6 years? If you haven't figured this out, this is supposed to be funny. It's supposed to be humorous. It's supposed to be just our opinions. It's not written in stone. And yes, it's the best train wreck on the internet. We misinterpret the news. If you missed that part, I don't know what to tell you, Vesper. Don't know what to tell you, brother.
Never listen to the intro.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not like we'd never say two idiots that don't know what we're talking about.
Yes. I think the two idiots part is pretty clear most of the time too. So I don't know. Yeah. I I know, and so do many others, as Hazel, and many others come. There's people tune in. I attribute the Howard Stern theory of radio, which is your average listener listens 20 minutes a day. Your average fan listens an hour and 20 minutes a day, and your average hater listens 2 hours and 20 minutes a day, making haters the best group that listens to a show that they don't like. And that applies here as well. We have plenty of haters who still watch the show on a regular basis just to argue with us. And and that's and I've always loved that since I found out that fact. That the haters like to listen even more than the fans. So,
let's see.
I don't know. I'm a big fan of Howard. Been listening to him since the '70s. Back when he was on AM radio on WNBC. And
AM radio wouldn't. But
Opie and Anthony, I don't know who they are. Bubba loves Sponge, though, and that's another story down here in Tampa.
That's all until Hulk Hogan nails his wife or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah. But yes. Let's see. Server is live again. The quick maintenance should improve connection quality for a while, but I believe the underlying issue will take a client and server fix to fully address. Yes. That's right. A hate listen is still a listen.
That's right. Any press is still good press. Even bad press is press. That's right.
Yeah. Then after that, 4 hours ago, new change in and should make it to QA later today. Root has a chance to dispel one or more beneficial air tree buffs. This Torpid Torment will offer multiple options for countering Shield of Air. And then 3 hours ago, adding Torpid Torment to a few caster types in PvE. Blame list off. List if you hate this idea. Another good balance for the Shield of Air power, ranged power, and also another blow to people who try to bot.
Or try and play the game. There you go, Jack.
Look,
he's adding to the casters. There he is. There's your wish.
Notice that I did respond.
Oh, I did not.
Thanks for diversifying spells cast by mobs. Please continue increasing spells, abilities, and trees used by mobs.
Amen. Only been asking for it for 4, 5, 6 years.
That one in particular, 2 years.
Yeah. Okay. A couple of years.
Yeah. But
probably adding it to demons, a few high-level leech and skeleton mage types.
Yeah, and yeah, but you know what? If you're in a tier 14 scene and you're going up against a mage, they should be casting everything under the sun.
Everything debuffs, they've got in their arsenal, right? Everything.
Yeah, everything under the sun. Just because they shouldn't be beholden to one or two skills, 3 skills.
All level 1 through 3 skills.
Yeah,
of Silverdale. Thank you for the follow.
And they should automatically be like 5 stacks. Oof.
Yeah.
Just because
don't know, Z, but good to have you.
Insanely hard. Yeah. No idea how you were not following. But yes, I am glad that they are adding more skills to more mobs. Please also go all the way back and go to different mobs and include different skills. A huge variety of them. Then after that, Chris is still investigating the increase of disconnects that started recently. Still a bit of a mystery, but one important data point is that it only increased on Windows machines, but not Linux OS X. Start to think there might be some truth to the rumor that it is Windows update related.
Interesting.
video card drivers. I don't know.
Azazel, most of them are just Band-Aids, brother. Most of them are just Band-Aids. I can, and again, right now I'm at a loss, but I can think of, let's just go for let's increase batch crafting. We want to be able to craft more scrolls. So instead of just increasing the number, they gave us a batch of 12 recipe instead of listening to what we were actually asking for. Band-Aid fixes.
Never address the actual root problem.
Root cause, yeah.
Here's a Band-Aid. Yeah.
But still getting the disconnects, even after that server.
And there's lots of things that it could be. I mean, Windows updates, as far as, or it could be video card,
video drivers.
There's one where it's like, okay, what build are you on? Are you on 20
doesn't matter. You have to be on the current build in order to play. You can't be on a past build.
Of Windows, you can.
Oh, Windows. Sorry. Yes, of Windows. I thought you were talking about the game.
Yeah. But yeah, and it's like even video card drivers. I mean, yeah, you start getting into video, sound, and then there's way too many different configurations.
But on this topic, I didn't think I was going to go here today, but I think I dropped it into the green room. I did not. Let's drop this into the green room because now I gotta go here because of this. Let me find it again.
One of the ones from yesterday?
No. Returning player.
No, definitely not that.
Revisiting, there it is.
No, it's returning player with a few questions.
No, not him. Not that one. This one. Revisiting the game after 2 years. Because this, it hits a couple of points, and it will explain almost everything you need to know at this point. Yeah, because take it away, Jack.
As a player who followed the game from the original Kickstarter, tried the game originally at around release 8 and played off and on from around release 12 until around 2 years ago. I originally quit due to the tiresome cycle of nerf and revert the devs have gotten into, where every release seemed to contain a massive nerf against one group, with the following release reversing around half of the nerf.
Buff, air tree.
Archery.
Just today. It's talking about today's topic, yeah.
When my play style came to the block, I went from being able to solo some of the weaker bosses to being reliably stomped by bridge trolls, so I called it a day.
Bridge trolls.
Stop stomping on people, man.
Stop abusing players, bridge troll.
Around a month ago, I decided to log back into my account and see how the game had changed in the last couple of years. To my surprise, the answer was not a whole lot. I'm not a big-time crafter. I have no real interest in playing medieval Barbie. If I wanted to play a capitalism simulator, there are far better titles, and the fishing experience is worse than Stardew Valley, a game made by one person on a shoestring budget. I wanted to adventure in new areas, fight new monsters, rampage with a party or two, and find new and interesting loot. What I found were new areas that were copied and pasted from the age-old templates, half-written quests, and a new daily quest system that is probably one of the laziest implementations I've ever seen. Adventuring with parties is dull. Most just camp a control point and let overpowered pets farm XP for them. I managed to get a couple that ran in the Rise, but it was literally the same path I was running 2 years ago. Interesting loot now has tiers and need to be leveled up. underscoring the devs' commitment to the grind in all things design philosophy. In the end, the change to NPC vendors was enough to convince me that the game isn't really targeted at me. I was on one of the live streams and the devs are devoting energy to new foods, and I'm thinking, damn, this game has 0 to 2 public adventuring parties running at any time, and the devs think food options, yeah, that's what the game is missing. So off I go once again. Maybe in a couple of years I'll swing back through again to see if the game has materially changed for the better.
Yes.
Now,
Now, Bridge Troll, Bridge Troll actually commented here. Refreshing to see that somebody else gets it. Thanks for that. And I mean, there's plenty of times where we've looked at things and just did a WTF. Is what are we thinking when it comes to this? I mean, there are still problems with combat. There's still problems with targeting. There's still all sorts of things that people are clamoring for, and we're working on fishing updates and food, which
well, I mean, can we say that there has not been incremental changes for the positive? And the answer is yes.
Yes, absolutely, there have been.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and get that out of the way so people aren't going, man,
Yeah, but is there a lot lacking? The answer is yes.
Next comment.
Okay.
Because this is what people want.
I want a more PvP group content and PvE content. Mirror with despair, good location, but chest with reward. Lol, what? No good loot. No good loot, despair, Mirror. And I think, who pay orders music? What? And I understand what? Sorry, I don't understand his comment. But let's go to Power Surge 45. Well, the game just might not be for you. It sounds like you were looking for a more modern version of WoW.
He already said that, by the way. He said the OP already said this might not be the game for me. So you're not stating anything yet.
This game isn't that. It's a game where you are expected to create your own adventure and play your own way. It's a sandbox. The customizing of your character and how you approach the way you play the game is a treasure this game offers. It isn't the acquisition of some great loot from some monster you killed with 12 of your raid buddies. Grouping for content, you need those. When certain artifacts come out, people go group to farm
NV bow,
grouping for content and quest hubs is the current MMO formula that you see in the market today. Soda isn't that. Could there be improvements to the game to allow for more group-friendly quest-based content? Sure. But this game will never be considered one of the best that does that. Here are some of the things that the game can offer. Community building and interaction with player-created quests and prizes. Player-created content. Customizable character progression and combat using the skills that you want to use completely free of a right or wrong way to play. You don't have to follow the preferred meta to be powerful. Deco simulator with city and town customization to cater to crafters and combatants alike, with player vendors to sell everything from artifacts to crafted gear to rare items to be put on display if you choose. I'm going to say for number 3, there is a huge financial dump that has to be done in order to acquire a city or a town for that customization. Whereas a lot, it's still pretty steep, but nowhere, it's not several hundred or several $1,000s. And remember, I did own a metropolis and a town at one point in time.
Don't know why you ever went for a metropolis.
Amen. I sold it for a profit. That's all that matters, right? And yes, but as far as you get a free rollout right after completing the first quest, and upgrade that gets upgraded to a free village lot as soon as you complete the Shroud of the Avatar. Then after that, become a business owner and deal in resources and maintain a selection of merchants that sell anything from food to real estate.
Go lettuce.
Yes. Capitalism simulator. These are just a few. I think Soda is more of a Farm Mill Eve online medieval fantasy. I really like the customizable glyph combat system that allows me to play the way I want. I can be a harvester, fisher, crafter, entrepreneur, socializer, combatant, and that's what makes it different. The cookie cutter MMO of combat and quest hubs is something I can get anywhere. Yep. Bridge Troll did quote them. This game isn't that. So yeah. Yep. And as much as me and Laz bitch, remember, we really want a better game, more comprehensive stuff.
Yes. First off, yeah,
because we want it to be better. We want tens of thousands.
We want your information. We want to see people come. And of course, we've been here. You don't see us leaving and coming back because we don't like it. You don't see us quitting the game because of bad mechanics. You don't see us stopping doing what we're doing. We are the longest running, the only running news show in Shroud of the Avatar. And we've been doing it for over 6 years, 5 days a week. Not a couple updates a week, 5 days a week live. We're bringing you the news here for what's going on. We're doing this for a reason, folks. One, because you guys love it. And second, because we think it needs to be pointed out in a forum where nobody else is discussing this stuff, where it can't be censored, where it can't be locked out because they didn't like it. And again, there was a topic the other day where somebody came in and said, well, I opted in for the subscription because it said I would get the best rate on Kodos, and then I went to go buy Kodos, and it was the same rate. So he felt misleaded on the advertising issue of how that was misled. Yes, misled. Yeah. Brooklyn, you know. And there was a nice conversation going on, but apparently it annoyed the devs, and they took the whole conversation out. The Maynard with a sub for 11 months. And that's right. He's been here since the chicken room. Things have gotten better. Now, see, that's another thing we've been asking for and clamoring for. A copy of the chicken room.
Yeah.
Maynard, give us a track number.
So why not speak positively about the game and promote positive things sometimes?
We do when there's positive stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
Now, again, we talked about this yesterday, and we do agree on the botting situation. You shouldn't bot to gain experience, gain gold, anything like that. But the approach of, I'm going to jam these botters up, but these botters are okay, doesn't fly with us. And I'm sorry, that's the topic of interest lately. And again, we don't just make this stuff out of thin air. This stuff comes, and I'm going to go right here, directly from the source, from Chris. This is what Chris is writing about, and this is what Chris is telling us, and we are just commenting about what's going on there. Now, again, when he goes and tells us that he's already tried this, but he's doing it again, and who just said it over here?
Tina, yes.
What was it, Tina? Hold on. Where is it? TikTok. There was a comment here that I wanted to talk about, but yeah. TikTok, ad revert. What was the yeah? But it doesn't make sense, you know. Or the fact that I'm refactoring something so that we do it differently, but we get the same result. So then why are we refactoring it if we're going to get the same result? Some of those things that just always have irked me. Why are we doing that? And the Maynard, did you give us a track number?
No, he didn't. And this is one where it's like, if you remember, when did the game launch? When did it go from alpha beta status to this is released?
2018?
3 years ago. Yes,
18.
release 35. And Maynard said random.
Always random.
Yes. But it's one where 3 years and we still have core issues that are still being worked on, because they're still fixing the main quest line as people go through it and report bugs. Again,
we've got Fear of Heights loaded up.
I've got Hard Landing loaded up, and we are clicking start in 3, 2, 1, start.
Yeah, now I'll give you all another interesting example. PvP, okay? Many of us are interested in PvP. I'm extremely interested in PvP, but there is no risk versus reward. Giving me a 10% boost out there in the world just so somebody can kill me isn't risk versus reward. Giving me a chance to get whatever that player is wearing on their back that I may get a chance, or they get a chance to get what's on my back, that's some risk versus reward. You know, true PvP, full loot. Okay. Now, other games have it so that you just can't do that. I'll give you one I play, which is Red Dead Redemption, Grand Theft Auto, both by Rockstar, both AAA. I know, both big crews, but in both games, you can't be looted, period. But you can be shot, killed, run over, blown up by anybody, anywhere, at any time. You don't get a chance to not PvP. You're always PvP. Okay. So if we're going to make a distinction, there should be something, or just, you know, you're safe in towns only, and everywhere else, you are fodder for whoever comes along. You're out in an adventure scene. I'm sorry, somebody should be able to kill you out in the adventure scene.
Yeah, yep, and but like you would also have to include like things like collision on mobs. Chris says it's related to the network code and the display. That's why we end up with sometimes randomly things not being where they're supposed to be. But yeah,
Bridge Troll's flaming bag of poo.
Oh, and Bridge Troll says you can drop a small portion of money in GTA. Small portion of money.
Bridge Troll ejected. Bridge Troll, there's no reason other than buying in the game to spend any other money on GTA. And while I didn't know that originally, I know that now. And if anybody needs a hand making money and getting themselves started, please look me up, hit me up, and say, Laz, I need some help learning how to do this. And I'll be more than happy to hop on in there and show you how it's done.
I haven't played GTA since the third one, and I played the first, second, and third.
I've got most of them.
Well, I own them all, or most of them.
But yeah, I think I'm missing one or two of them over the years.
I bought one of those Steam specials where they were selling the bundle.
And I know there are a bunch of people out there, Cynicist ejected, who are waiting for GTA 6 before they buy in. And you know what? It don't make any difference. And GTA 6 is so far out still that you're going to be waiting a few years still. Bad Fast taking the lead. Looks like Bad Fast is going to take the win.
I'm ejected. No, everybody was ejected on my side. No winners.
Bridge Troll in his clown mask. Yeah, you are one of them scary looking dudes out there. Bad Fast, what's your in-game name so I can send you some scrolls?
Yeah.
We're also going to close a giveaway, so make sure you're entered when this race ends. I'm going to close the giveaway. Exclamation, I love free shit. Bad Fast.
Like
nice.
In Shroud, one of the things that we were told at the very beginning was that your in-game activities will have an impact in the world and the way that NPCs really respond to you and what's going to end up happening. And so your character is an integral part of the game. In Shroud, it doesn't matter what you really do. NPCs mostly respond exactly the same. And so it's like, that's where we need a faction system for what your character is really doing, as well as how NPCs respond.
We know,
you
Tina.
need,
We know.
yeah. Oh, I'm aware
happened.
that never happened. And the faction system also for PvP. And you know what? We have these control points. I want to see those as PvP enabled. And if your group controls it, it's got some sort of benefit for it that affects something else in the world. And so that gives people a reason to go in and go fight. And
I'm
especially if
gonna
you're not
push
doing
this
things.
to the limit today because one of the topics we had for yesterday, we need to hit on this, but we'll get into it tomorrow even more in depth. But click on treasure hunting as we
Treasure
get ready
hunting.
to close the. Now, somebody posted, and this is going to bring you to that last post, right? This post is very
Yes, it
late.
does.
Okay,
Yes.
let's get over here. This post is very late, but the thread is still open, so I'm going to put in my thoughts. Okay, we're going to cover this in more depth tomorrow, but how long ago was it Chris that said he was going to put in treasure hunting? How long have we been waiting that he built the system, but it's still not implemented? Hello. How many
Yep.
other systems have we said we're going to put in, and we're still sitting here scratching our butts? Squirrel. Because food. We need more food. Yeah, because now that I gotta point out that the food and the other stuff that's getting done are being done by Algarian and not being done by
Yeah.
Chris. So we can't
Yeah.
lay that blame there. Algarian as a player has taken a lot of the things and a lot of the player complaints, like food, like deco surfaces, other things.
And it's one where it's like we have to remember Elgarian is essentially dev light. He's not a full blown developer. He doesn't know everything, but he's changing the things that he can.
Yeah. Closing the giveaway, picking a winner.
That goes with Ravalox as well, but Ravalox
Stymie,
all kinds of other
hit
things.
the win.
Oh.
Let's see what
Your
Stymie's got.
game is finally over?
It ended a minute ago. I've just been
okay.
I ran
got
over to this other
distracted.
post because time wise, I wanted to get that in. We'll cover this more tomorrow, but just as a great example, Stymie, you've got yourself a copy of Super Panda Adventures on Steam. Congratulations. And of course, make sure you're in because there's going to be one more giveaway right here at the end of the stream. Super Panda Adventures, $4.99 on Steam, $5 game. And Stymie, there he is. But yes, there are all sorts of little things that would go a long way to making things a whole lot better before we keep again refactoring stuff that we've refactored in the past and it didn't work, so we refactored it back and now we're refactoring it again. Just why? Okay. Isn't that shield of air meant to do that in the first place? If it's not meant to do that and people are abusing it, maybe we need to get rid of that shield of air instead of just keep refactoring it. If it's causing that much heartache in the game that people are able to make themselves invincible, maybe we should look at that instead of giving other things debuffs and working 300 other angles to fix the one root problem. Root. Okay. So we're giving root some love because nobody's used root in God knows how long. I don't even think I trained root since persistence. I have to look at that. But yes, we started this tangent on the basic premise of, what was the basic premise? The botters, and so the botters are invulnerable because they stand around and they use a shield of air, and I don't know how he got there from botters. Either you're gonna bot or you're not gonna bot, or you're gonna allow botters, you're not gonna allow botters. If you're not allowing botters, then it's got to be across the board. You can't say, well, this group I'm gonna go after, but this group I'm not, because that is just not right. That's profiling. That's screwed up. And if you're gonna do it in one case, you got to do it in all cases. Just because they're doing it in one place, not the got to be consistent, folks. Got to be consistent. Now, I was a game master. I ran a game. I was the final say in authority. And the one thing that I always, always, always did was I always made myself visible to a player I thought was voting. I stood there for at least 2 minutes chatting with them. And if I got no response, they went to jail for a day. And we actually had a jail. You were in a room with cage bars, and you weren't released until 24 hours later. People used to message me all the time. Why did you jail me? I was here. No, you weren't. I stood there for 2 minutes talking to you. If you were there, yeah, sorry.
I'm going to go with I had all my windows covering everything.
Yeah, well, the other one was, I was there, but you've been in jail for a half hour before you messaged me. So I know you weren't there, because if you would have messaged me like 3 minutes after I put you in jail, then I would believe that. Yeah. Yeah. So again, if you would have messaged me saying I was taking a dump and I was out, that was one thing, but you come to me a half hour later going, I was there. Yeah, no, you aren't there. Yeah.
And the person's still doing the 8x8, so they're still walking a grid. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I've had that too. You put them in jail and their macro's still running. They're still trying to do stuff. It's just funny as shit. Sending a message is too much work. Yeah, well, see, again, yesterday's post. I'm not giving. My next warnings are going to be a ban. No, a ban is not a warning. A ban is taking action without giving somebody a chance. A warning is, hey, don't do that again. That's a warning, not you're banned. There's your warning. That's not a warning. So again, Anyway, got to give some shout outs out here. Got to say thank you to Waldo. Got to say thank you to Stymie. Got to say thank you to Z for the follow, the Maynard for the resub, and one replay can't for the post today. Well, again, Vespers, if they've been warned, then that is okay. But if they haven't been warned, that is not okay. And by being warned, showing up and nobody replies to you and saying you've been warned, no, you send them a message in the forums to their account name and say you've got a warning.
The important thing is to also remember that Shroud tracks or records everything. They've got mouse position, they've got keyboard keys, the length of time, they've got your MAC address, they've got all of that information related to your system and what actually happened, because they record it all. So it's like Chris can tell, like, when you're doing things repetitiously. The only problem is it takes a lot to identify that repetition.
Absolutely. But meanwhile, we're going to get out of here for today. We're going to close out the final giveaway of the day. Excuse me, a little gas there. We're going to pick ourselves a winner.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to do that.
And Mandelkoff, congratulations. You are the winner. You've got yourself a copy of Supreme Ruler 1936.
And
on Steam, that's
Azazel.
Ruler.
Got a copy of
$9.99
Roller Coaster Tycoon Deluxe Edition.
Roller Coaster Tycoon. Congratulations.
Yeah, right.
And of course, thank you all for joining us. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for your support over the years. Without viewers like you guys and gals, we couldn't do this. Well, we could. It'd just be a lot more boring, but we'll be back with more.
Unlike other people, the only reason we've really taken a break is because we were on vacation.
Yeah. Or we couldn't be here due to other responsibilities. That's right.
I was out of the state.
But thank you all. We'll be back with more tomorrow right here on NBNN. Till then, I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
And we are NBNN. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.